Imagine just one night, a single night in Nepal, filled with tension whispers, and it completely tears the country's history apart.
That's what we're diving into today, the Khat Massacre, or Khat Parva.
Right. An event that's more than just, a historical footnote. It sounds pivotal.
Absolutely pivotal. It wasn't just some isolated incident. It fundamentally altered the course of Nepal. We're talking September 14th, 1846.
Okay, 1846 AD. And in the Nepali calendar.
That would be Bhadra 32nd, 1903, Bikram Sambat. And the location was caught essentially a military parade ground, quite near the royal palace complex.
So the spark, I understand it was the murder of someone named Gagan Singh, someone close to the queen.
Exactly. Gagan Singh Bandari, he was a powerful figure, and yes, a confidant, maybe even more, to Queen Rajalakshmi Devi. His murder sent immediate shockwaves.
Understandable. So the queen reacts?
Oh yes, reacts strongly. She was reportedly beside herself with grief and rage. She immediately summoned all the key courtiers, the nobles, military brass, everyone important to Khat.
All gathered in one place. That sounds tense.
Incredibly tense. Her demand was simple, direct. Find Gagan Singh's killer. Now, you can imagine the fear, the suspicion in that courtyard, everyone looking at everyone else.
Yeah, you can almost feel that atmosphere building. This meeting, the queen's fury.
No.
It's like a powder keg waiting for a match.
Precisely. And the match was lit. What happened next wasn't a debate or an investigation. It just erupted.
Into violence.
Sudden, brutal violence. Accounts describe weapons being drawn, swords, kukris presumably, the sounds of fighting, shouting, chaos basically breaking out right there among the kingdom's elite.
And in the middle of all this,
Yeah.
someone emerges. Jung Bahadur Kunwar, an ambitious military guy.
A very ambitious military official, and crucially, someone who seems to have understood the dynamics at play. He didn't just get caught up in the chaos, he saw an opportunity.
An opportunity amidst a massacre.
A political opportunity. It seems he, or forces loyal to him, turned the situation to their advantage. It wasn't just random fighting for long. It became targeted.
Targeted how?
Well, key rivals started falling. People who stood in Jung Bahadur's path or who represented the old guard. Most significantly, the Prime Minister himself, Fateh Jumshah.
The Prime Minister. Killed
Yeah.
right there.
Yes. Along with him, estimates say over 30 other powerful nobles, officials, members of rival factions. It was swift, ruthless, decisive.
Wow. So in a matter of hours, essentially.
Pretty much. By the time the sun rose, the political landscape of Nepal was unrecognizable, completely transformed overnight.
And the main consequence was?
Jung Bahadur Kunwar emerged as the undisputed strongman. He was appointed prime minister almost immediately.
And he took the name Rana, right? This is the start of the Rana dynasty.
That's correct. He later adopted the title Rana, and this event, the Khat Massacre, marks the beginning of their rule.
A rule that lasted quite a while.
A very long while, 104 years, an autocratic, hereditary prime ministership passed down within the Rana family.
So the Khat massacre wasn't just about settling scores that night. It was a coup, effectively.
Absolutely. It was a fundamental power shift. It marginalized the Shah monarchs, making them figureheads, and established this military family oligarchy. It wasn't just a slaughter. It was the foundation stone of a century-long regime.
What did that mean for Nepal long term, those 104 years?
Well, the long-term impacts were profound. The Rana regime generally suppressed political dissent, kept Nepal quite isolated from the outside world for much of that period.
Stifling change, maybe?
Yes, stifling democratic aspirations, certainly. It maintained stability of a sort, but it came at the cost of political freedom and arguably broader national development in step with the rest of the world. The effects of that night really echoed for generations.
It's incredible how one event, one night of violence, could set the stage for something so enduring. A century of specific rule.
It really highlights the fragility of the existing power structures back then. The speed with which everything changed is, well, it's quite shocking. And we shouldn't forget the human cost. Behind the political maneuvering, real people lost their lives violently that night.
Definitely. So wrapping up then, the Khat massacre. It starts with the queen's fury over a murder, explodes into chaos at Khat.
Chaos that an ambitious military leader, Jung Bahadur Kunwar, navigates or perhaps even orchestrates to eliminate rivals.
And emerges as the prime minister founding the Rana dynasty.
A dynasty that would rule autocratically for over 100 years, shaping Nepal profoundly.
Which leaves us with a really interesting question, doesn't it?
I think so. For you, the listener, consider this. Given that sudden explosion of chaos, the sheer speed of it, and then the very long period of rigid autocratic rule that followed, What does the Cot massacre tell us about how fragile power can be, and maybe how quickly political realities can be utterly transformed?
Something to definitely think about, the speed of change versus the length of the consequences. Thanks for that deep dive.
My pleasure.
And if you found this look into Nepal's past fascinating, make sure you join us next time. We'll be exploring another major shift, the transition from monarchy to a republic.